talking about them using jars again, but in a different way. And they're adapting parasitic skills. And for you to remember that you are the coder, you can change things in your reality. And always think a little bit out there. And everything you use, think about using it between the spaces, past the beyond. And you can use that space to put where you need your protections, detectors, with the assistance of your higher self and your spiritual battle team. And with whatever you learn, to visualize that it spreads like wildfire, inoculating everyone in their higher selves and their spiritual battle teams. And then this access they have, you can use it to access them back every time they attach to you. And they don't have that assistance in the 5D, so they have to work in the 3D. So they're attaching all of their black magic into things in the 3D in your life. A lot of them have access to medical records. They're very techie, and they're using that part of the 3D in your life to attach black magic to.
I want you to know you're doing just fine and you're not alone. And this is all just to uplift you, to give you a FYI, and to leave it to your spiritual battle team and your higher self. And that you're highly protected. That's why we're in this together. And the most important thing is for you to live your life and be happy. Don't focus on them, because that's exactly what they want you to do. Because the hardest part is over for us, and there's many positive things that are in front of us. We just have to step into it, out of the old world and into the new.
I'm going to read what I had written down. The jars, because you were detecting an absence of energy. You were feeling the lethargy. They're using your energy to create jars to store your energy inside you, so your body doesn't know it's missing. So there's no alarms. That nothing is wrong, missing, but they created a direct cord with your energy to the jar, slowly drawing from it so you don't notice. They are doing this to many people at the same time, like a succubus or an incubus. Group, it's a lot of energy, like on a streaming platform, having lots of followers. They're also waiting to do a big withdrawal when you need it and when it will hurt you the most. They are also acting like a parasite or a virus that coats itself or disguises itself to bypass the defenses or to not get it detected. Since they can't work in the 5D, they're using 3D stuff. Many are accessing medical records, histories to find out weak points to direct the magic. And that's why a lot of them do everything they can to study you. And some, I don't know how they're doing it. Some are actually even coming into your home, finding out your history, finding out stuff about your family, and they're attaching to all your weakest points, the black magic. You have control of your reality. You are the coder. Visualize yourself going deep into your shadow space, the place they will not go, where shadow work is done, where you find yourself. It is your safe place. Like the architect or designer, you can design your own matrix, your own reality, with your own code, your own rules, your own language, with your authentic true feelings, which they are incapable of having or incapable of comprehending. And this will be the place where you can visualize, you can see that you can detect everything, like as if you were a god, the creator of everything, beneath the magic, beneath the coding, beneath it all, between the spaces of everything. What is and what is not, known and unknown, seen and unseen, where all your detectors, protection, higher self, and spiritual battle team can also assist in this process, in this space of your reality where they can't go. They're incapable. They don't want to do shadow work. They don't want to face themselves. That'll be your safe place. So the more shadow work you do, the deeper you go into your shadow, the safer you are, and the less they're able to have any form of knowing of this space. And then also everything that you do learn, what we need to do to spread this information out energetically. Visualize this knowledge, inoculating everyone, everything, their energetic signature, triggering automatic defenses for everyone and everything, also within them, seeing it spread like in all dimensions of time and beyond. So these beings that do all this fuck shit can no longer cause harm in this way. So every time you learn something, visualize that it's spreading to everybody else. So even though you don't speak to them, their higher self and their spiritual battle team will receive that information and embed it in their energy field. So they'll have a defense. Using your energy to create these jars to store energy, that means you also have an access back to them. You can use this, program it where it is activated every time they're accessing you or anyone else, and have this guided by your higher self and your spiritual battle team. Make sure you do where that nothing is bothered, that they can't detect it, that you're interfering. Do it beneath and between and beyond everything. So they have the jars, and then they have the energetic cords attached to them using your energy. You can do such things and make it as you want, like a spider web within the cord, like a filter. So it decides how much energy can go through. Almost like you were a service provider on your internet or your phone when you throttle the data, only allowing a bare minimum out. So it seems like it's open, but nothing can come all the way through, not past the filter. And it's almost like having a clamp inside the cord. Head of the clamp, on the opposite side, again, doing it where it's undetectable, you can have another jar that is filled up from yourself, all yours, that's receiving negative energies, influences, portals, entities, forms, known and unknown, black magic that you're receiving from them or even others, their group, anything related to them, and all involved. So all that energy is returned through that cord back to them. But remember, when you're hooking up to the cord that they have attached to them, do it in a way where it's not detectable. Be as creative as possible. You can even do it like Star Trek style, like it's being in a transported, where it's actually nothing's inserting anything. It just appears in there, like transported in there. And it's all returned to them through the cord every time they access you and yours. And they're attacking and using black magic. Since they can't work in the 5D, they're attaching it to everything that's 3D in your life. Like if you have a leaky faucet or a poor diet, fix your faucet. They're using magic attached to it. That leaky faucet is representing your waters. And if you have a poor diet, that affects your body, and they're attaching it to even amplify any effects. So change your diet. If you have bad habits, you have addictions, make the changes needed within yourself and your environment, because they're attaching black magic. Anything that's weak, anything that's negative, they're amplifying it. So even like with the planets, the positioning with the Mercury retrograde, so if you were just to get a little bit irritable, you had some minor issues, they're piggybacking and amplifying it, I'm assuming times 10 or whatever they can do. So if you're feeling really funky, that's what, or they found some way to access your environment, to know what's going on within your life. And I hope it helps you guys be as creative as possible. And that's why, like, the meditations that I provide, they're very, very elaborate, because these people are finding like loopholes in the way you word it, the way you see it. So I hope it helps you. And again, it's simple but complicated. And remember, I love you.